everyone, I'm Kate from Faith, Hope and Laundry. Welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be talking about seasoning of a brand new cast iron skillet pan. So I was lucky enough to be gifted this lovely cast iron pan for Christmas just gone, and it needs to be seasoned. So this video specifically is about how to do that seasoning on a brand new pan. But if you have an older pan, like this one here, this is a cast iron pan that I have owned for many years, but it's very dull. You can see the dull sort of colour, unshiny colour that it's got to it. It needs to be re-seasoned again. So if you're needing to do that, then you could also do exactly the same thing on a pan that needs to be re-seasoned. But if you are wanting to get, good non-stick use out of either of these pans, new or old, then you will need to have a good season on it. So what even is seasoning and why is it important? Essentially, seasoning is a layer of protective oil that is baked onto your pan at a very high heat, and it's what enables your pan to become non-stick and makes the release of anything that's been cooked in there and cleaning as well to become very easy. And the more that you cook with oil in your cast iron pan, then that protective layer just becomes thicker and thicker, and it makes the colour of the pan also nice and shiny and goes darker and darker over time, and it just means that you have this wonderful longevity non-stick pan that you can cook and clean from. So if you're a bit of a science nerd, then that reaction where the oil in the pan reacts with the carbon is called polymerization, and this is what happens when any oils or fats that are in cast iron taken to a very high temperature, and it creates a hardened surface. So essentially it's the molecules of the carbon that are in the pan that are reacting with the oil to create this, this lovely patina, it's called, or protective layer on the pan. And without this carbonized protective layer on cast iron, it doesn't even have to be, a pan. It could be anything that's made of cast iron. Even historically, things like horseshoes were made of cast iron. But if they didn't have that protective layer, then they would corrode, and any kind of moisture or even just generally oxygen coming in contact with the pan would corrode it over time if it didn't have this protective layer over it. These pans, especially when you buy them brand new like this, if you look at them close, they actually have a very sort of jagged, rugged edge to them. They're not in any way smooth to touch, but the fact that they've got these little sort of divots and jagged edges, and it's actually quite a porous type of metal, then it means that oil can really just soak into the pan, and the more that you use it with oil, then the more soaking of that oil goes into the pores of the pan, and it creates that carbonized surface, that seasoned surface, which makes for a great non-stick surface for cooking and cleaning. So what is the best oil to use for seasoning your pan? So I've done quite a lot of reading around this, and the consensus seems to be that firstly you would get the best quality oil that you can afford, but it must have a high smoke point. So I'm actually going to be using coconut oil as my choice today, and that's partially to do because that's what I've got in my cupboard. It does have a high smoke point, so it'll be perfect to use, and it's a very good quality oil. But you could use grapeseed oil, any other vegetable oil. Most of those do seem to have a very high smoke point, but just get the best quality that you can afford. Olive oil doesn't seem to be such a great one to use because it doesn't have such a high smoke point as the other oils. So the first thing we want to do is we want to wash our brand new cast iron pan. Now, a little bit of soap, regardless of what you read, is not going to harm your pan, Most certainly you do not want to put it into the dishwasher, but obviously when you buy it brand new, other people have been touching it, and just in the manufacturing process, it's best just to give it a quick wash, just with a little bit of warm, soapy water, and then give it a really, really good dry. One of the main things to remember about cast iron is that any kind of water or moisture is not cast iron's friend. So these pans have to be kept super dry, especially after washing them. It is a good idea to either put them onto the stove top to heat the pan up and get rid of any moisture, or you can pop them into the oven for a short spell, obviously with the oven on, to also bring the temperature up of the pan and dry any moisture that is on there. So let's get started on actually seasoning our pan. So I've turned my oven on to 200 degrees Celsius fan bake. That is approximately 400 degrees Fahrenheit if you have, a Fahrenheit oven. All you need is your pan, your oil of choice, and either a lint-free piece of cloth or some paper towels. And you're simply going to take your oil, pop some of it into the pan, and using your cloth or your paper towel, you're just going to rub it all over the pan. So the inside of the pan and also the outside of the pan, not forgetting the handle. Now the aim is not to have the oil actually liquid in the pan as such. You just want a thin layer of the oil that is coated over the whole of the pan without there being any sort of, puddles of oil in the pan or any drips. If you do have any excess oil on the pan, then just simply use a clean cloth or a clean paper towel, and you're just going to wipe off that excess oil. And once your oven has come up to temperature, then we are going to put it into the oven. You can either lay the pan onto a baking sheet that you might have in your oven, or you can lay some tin foil down and place the pan on top of that. But either way, you're going to put the pan in upside down so that there's no oil that is pooling on the inside of the pan when it is actually coming up to temperature and that carbonization is happening in the oven. You're going to leave your pan in the oven at this high temperature for an hour without opening the oven door or disturbing it at all. And once the pan has done this 1 hour in the oven, then you are simply going to turn the oven off and let the pan cool down while it's actually in the oven. Once it has cooled down, then we're going to be taking it out and putting another layer of oil onto it, and we're going to repeat this process again. This process should be done at least twice on a brand new cast iron pan, but it can even be done up to 5 or 6 times, but most definitely at least 2 or 3 times to get that that lovely dark shiny patina effect on the pan and a well seasoned pan. Okay, so it's actually the next day now. I ended up doing 3 season cycles on my pans. So oiling the pans in the oven for an hour, letting it cool down, and then oiling again, etc., etc. So I did that 3 times, and the last cycle ended up being quite late last night, so they've just been cooling in my oven. So I'll just show you what they look like. So here's my brand new pan. Got like a nice sort of shiny coat on it, you can see there on the inside, hopefully. And then my one that was a little bit older, again, has got a nice shiny coat on the inside. So we're going to do a little test run now and just see if they actually are non-stick after doing the seasoning on both of these pans. So I've got my pan on just a medium heat, and I'm going to be just frying a couple of eggs in there, and we'll see if it does truly end up being non-stick. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of coconut oil in there. You probably can't see it here, but there is I can see the you know, the little bits of sort of smoke coming off there, so it's definitely heating well. One thing you do need to realise with cast iron pans is that the whole pan is going to get hot. So the handle, although it's not hot at the moment, eventually it is going to heat up, because the cast iron is just such a great heat conductor that the whole, you know, piece of the metal is eventually going to get hot. So you either need to have a cloth or some kind of pot holder. So that's all melted now. I'll just give that a coating there. And obviously the wonderful thing about this, every time that you put some kind of oil or fat into your pan, it's going to keep seasoning it. So, you know, cast iron just loves any kind of fat or oil. Okay, so I'm going to break this into here. And you can hear the sizzle, which is what we want. And one of the keys here is to not flip what you've got in the pan too quickly. So with eggs, you pretty much want them to be almost the whole way cooked before we're going to flip them. The wonderful thing about cast iron is that you literally could be, you know, cooking something on your stove and then take it down into the oven without having to, you know, change anything over. So cast iron is, you know, wonderful on any kind of stove top. It can be an induction, you know, stove top like this one is, or you can have it on gas. This is obviously a glass cooktop, so you do need to be careful with the heaviness of the pan. But generally, cast iron will work on any stove top and then can be transferred straight into an oven. It doesn't have all of the chemicals on it, like you know, like a Teflon or those other non-stick type pans. You can use it in your home, you can use it to take camping, and if it has been seasoned really, really well, then you shouldn't actually need to clean it with soap again after you've initially, you know, cleaned it for the seasoning, because that wonderful non-stick protective layer will be on there. So any little, you know, bits of egg, they shouldn't actually stick. You should just be able to wipe them out and then your pan would be clean. Okay, so I think these are pretty much ready. I've just waited until the edges have lifted a little bit, and you can see how, you know, mobile that is on the actual pan. Very easy just to get underneath it. Oh. And pull it away from the side. Any of those little bits there that are left over will just you know, come off with a cloth very, very easily. So I'm just going to flip that over. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm really looking forward to doing some cooking together in our cast iron, and I hope that this video has helped someone today. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.